Hello and welcome to Mobile Adventures, where things are going to be a little bit different today. Although, from the title of the previous episode, you know what we're going to be doing next. Anyway, this is done on a phone. You might hear clawing and scratching noises to make certain maneuvers happen, otherwise it's held at a wide stance to prevent that. But it comes at the cost of precision, such as walking into trees, buildings, and pits of death. Anyway, you saw in the first episode of the brute force village moving. We have our first villager. We also gave him the wrong job. Not going to worry about that right now. Also, off camera, actually, what was on camera? We grabbed saplings and made more of those trees. So right now, what I want to do is I'm going to build a new house, neighboring this one. Not across the street, but next to him. And we already got his house off to at an angle here. Not what I want. Although I might actually want to do this. Alright, so I mean, this house isn't going to be anything super special. So we're going to do the same things we did before, except I believe there were some villagers in the harder to reach village, which we are going to aim for, and I think it might be a little bit easier to get them across. Then hopefully we don't have to do that anymore. Give him a typical oak floor. And I'm pressing the lower left corner of the foundation and nothing was happening because, well, that's where our little joystick thingy is. So let this guy get a smaller, more typical ranch-looking house. And of course we're trying to keep the distances between them a little large, so that as we make the village, they'll be far enough apart that it's not going to bog down the mobile equipment here. Or at least try not to. We do have glass in the basement, but and of course we're ever so short. I don't think we made a chest down in the basement, speaking of, for this stuff. Actually, I'm gonna move these a little more inwards. We can break. Perhaps break means breaking. And we get to start with that again. Alright, so one over here and one over there. Also gonna need fences. So the hope is that when I feed him and him, they're going to meet at the fence and make a baby. So we need to go into the basement. As I was looking at this last video, I said, yeah, it looks kind of strange how it meets up. I'm gonna put this part of the on the right so we can see it better. Yeah, we get the weird block, but that's the way it marries up to the building. Otherwise, there'd be a gap there. Yeah, we got wool stairs, so at least there we can make something of it. This, yeah, might just let it be. I don't know. Maybe I'll just let the whole thing be. I'm not sure yet. Oh yeah, we kinda also need to. 2 of these. Two of them. And we do not have place. Alright, wrong. Meant to push over there. I don't have cowhide, so I can't make the frame in which to put the pale dark, yeah, that other wood. So unless we run. Okay, we're gonna need 2 of those for sure. And we need 1 of these. Alright, we have... Oh, we gave up the sticks to make those... make the gates that we need. Actually, I want to look at something here. Alright, we'll do that too. We have glass in here. Yes, but not enough to make. So what I want to do is at some point I want to... Alright, we gotta put this back here. Alright, so another wood type. So first we need this, then this. Duck to put that on. Unduck to put this in. I think we can do this. So you want that one, and put away that one. Now we want that one. Alright. Alright, it's getting dark, so we need to sleep. Actually, we don't, because as I say, I do some projects off camera, and one was making the subway, to the easy to reach village, and we're gonna put this place. All right, I guess. Place. It's gonna be a simple roof. And like I said, hopefully the villager will hop this fence. They meet, they make a baby, and then we'll try and get the baby to move. Anyway, we're looking for the hissy boomy guys, like that one. Haven't had a lot of luck with them lately. They've been both doing hiss and boom. Not what we want. Well, we want more TNT, so making the subway station itself is a lot easier. It's a bit time consuming. And if we can blast away a decent chunk of the rocks, why not? I'm not going to spend all day looking. So what I did was I inadvertently gave this guy the cartography job. This is the side where you're going to be able to get books. And I dumbingly did it backwards. See, they like the villagers, but they're well protected. There's a buffer so that the hissy boomies won't blow it up. But if they get into a cross, yeah, we'll just call it good for now. If they get into a crossfire with a skeleton and do hissy boom, the inner fence will still be intact. And so should the ground. Alright. You got 4 powder. So we put that in here. Had a lot of dirt because I was terraforming the other side, which is where the cartographers will go. So now the next thing is, did not leave anything there. But what oh, there's another one. And 2 more. Alright, I just want to be sure we're safe. We're not going to we may not spend time getting that enough to put the chickens in. What I want to do right now is make a roof for that house. And there is a lightning rod between the two. If we have time, we might put the remaining stairs in, just to get it started. And maybe we can get I've seen bees around, so I don't know if this is a dead hive. I mean, it's not filling up. Oh, another green hissy boomy guy. That was a little too close for comfort. And of course, because this thing is unresponsive, I kind of thrash on the I thrash the sword around. But sometimes I swing to hit, and it doesn't do. I just want to check the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Okay, the other side that I'm working on, I gave him too small of a property, but I could put the houses almost up, right up to the fence. No. Better. Hard to nail this. That's definitely not right. There is, I put the wood away, needing more of it. Now we're just going to keep messing things up. Not correct at all. And I'm not using the axe. Better. And of course on the inside I didn't bother fixing, making it nice and smooth. Alright, so what I want to do is figure this out. Now I want upside down. I need 8 pieces. And I need windows. And I made the lots on the other side a little too short, but the length of each property is the important part. The side facing the street. All right. I got 38 XP. Probably should be spending that. And yeah, I'm thinking about what I was telling you about the subway construction, and then went into default mode and started going towards making said subway, which I don't want to do. 6, 3, actually that just ruined things because that's the way it works. But I need glass anyway. Alright. We're going to make the whole thing. We're not going to need it all. We're just making the whole thing so that we'll have more for when we build on this side. And since I'm going to be on this side heading up the stairs, I'll show you the other side. I made a mistake, of course, is these properties supposed to be, the inner part's supposed to be 13 blocks. And I might come back and fix that, I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's not acceptable. We're gonna have to fix that. 1, no, mouse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, this is supposed to be the interior, not the exterior. So we gotta cut this back some more. And I cut trenches to build a wall here, to build a retaining wall. Well, that's gonna have to change. Yeah, I was going to leave it, but there's literally almost no room for a yard, which helps, again, space everything out so that the mobile device won't be pushed super hard. Yeah, I want both. We'll just close that one because we're the only ones inside, so picture window here, more or less. And I think one more. Yeah, one more and done. Pressing. Actually, I didn't think we need to go that much. So let's put our 8 pieces in. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not where 4 goes. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we also need flat pieces. I'll worry about that in a moment. I was going to say press or place. Not what I wanted. That's right. I didn't need to go that high. May not have enough to begin with. There. I know we're going to need a weird one there. That one there. And we need the weird one there. Do we have enough to do this? I mean, we're going to have to go back and get the flat pieces. So it might be overkill, but lightning rod there, same over there. Pretty much, if we have a continuous set of buildings, might just put one every other, just like I have it here. As said, it's a bit overkill, but protect the work. I am on the wrong side of the fence. Okay, that's good. Break. I'm going to put that there. Alright, so outside of the very top, it's pretty much done. Hey, Hissy Boomy, I could use your Hissy Boomy powder. You did not jump. This is why thrashing the buttons are important. Nothing. You're a lousy creeper. Alright, so yeah, as we go, things are going to get terraformed. I mean, some gradient is allowed. Like, I mean, you saw it right here. There's a gradient. I mean, it's only one, but it's something. Alright, so I need to make the tops, and we're swinging swords. Alrighty. Oh, we only have 4 more pieces. And that's not going to be enough. Keeping an eye out for the, we're jumping. The hissy boomies. We don't want them destroying more stuff. I look at these lightning rods, and every now and then I keep thinking, distant creeper. Kind of almost looks like one in a sense. Alright, so... And then... Again, for the roof project on the barn, we will just make these because we can. Less work to do. Oh, didn't want to do that. This I want to do though. Alright. That there. I mean, that's going to be nowhere near enough, but that's what we got. You shall have a friend, and both of you are going to have a job that is for this area. Alrighty. So alright, house is built. Now I do have a kit. No. I do have a kit lying around to get another villager over. Alright, up, jumping. Ignore commands, we love that. And we'll just put these over here for now. Here we're going to need to put away stuff, as there's things I definitely am not wanting to lose. And of course over here we're trying to replenish what we lost. Also, the juicing room has a flaw. I used a trap door, but food. Okay, you're not caring, so... Alright, you were all good, to the best of my knowledge. Don't want you escaping. I think that was a full window. And here we are at the damaged pig pen, but it's good enough. They're contained. That's all we wanted. Alright, no hearts left broken. Close this. Yeah, we gotta fix this barn, but as I was saying, we have bigger fish to fry today. And that is getting this villager a neighbor. And like I said, we have a kit, and I think it's here. Yes, the very bottom. I lost a few rails along the way, but yeah, I gotta fix things. This is wrong by a lot. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the thing is that we got to put them a distance away from the mansion, because then they'll be interested in the workstations that are in the mansion and not the village. So I just want to verify the lengths here. 1, 2, 3. We can do that without 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 11. I think we're just a couple off. And we're probably not going to have much time to do it. As again, we're keeping the villagers away from the mansion, so the mansion does not trigger anything. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wrong. Ten. And this is where we should be braking. Which means that's got to go back another one. This goes here. 1, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, nope, torch. Alright, so this one was fairly easy to fix. No more pickaxes. Alright, so this one was easy to fix. The other one, not so much. Yeah, I gotta go back and off camera and... yeah, we're grabbing. Yeah, this is not right. One, two, place. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that would be 11. And well, actually, that will go there. Nope, not what I asked. This one. Yes, in spite of having all sorts of inventory, I still am using the stone tools because they're cheap. Alright, so I can make 6 more of those. Alright, we can... that there, I guess. I'm gonna wind up forgetting where things are going. Sleep the night off. This is... oh, it's all done now. We're moving the player. No, actually, we want that there. Let's just get this set up. Now what's... alright, I probably shouldn't have done that. But you get the idea. That's where the new wall is going to go. And we're moving the player. I like moving the player. Anyway, we get break or place. Yeah, I'm just going to place the rest of these fences and then we'll just call it good while everything just stews in the washer, which is really a good thing to do when you close. And for a minute I thought the sun was setting. That would be another reason to stop, but... how about place? Yeah, this is a... and I don't have too many more subway lines to build because everything that needs one will have one until we explore more. Break. Okay, we care about the dirt because we can use that. We're pressing and we get rid of the junk there. Alright, move. And move. So, we are going to once again get another village. This time we're going for the... alright, put this away. Put that away. We have an egg for hoping to do a little work there. So... how many shovels do we have? Only that one. Well, we're gonna need shovels. Because before we get going, we need this. We need this. We need this. And that. We also need one of those. Alright, we are set to get going. So, when we come back, we'll probably be at the easy village and work our way to the hard so we can sleep this off and continue onward. And we're back. We are once again getting another villager. This time from the... I'm going to go for the other side, which may or may not be easier. It was a pain getting that other villager. But once we get these two, we should be able to get everything going pretty quick. Now we went over this really long section of water, which I don't want to do again. Now it might be a little more difficult. I mean, might be a little longer, but it should be less difficult. Jumping. Yeah, this is not a good thing. I think it's right here, behind this hill. There it is. Well, alright, that would have just been a little knock on the head. Alright, there's a baby villager here. Let's see if we can get into a minecart. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, so that's not gonna work. Timing was poor. Yeah, we're gonna have to find a way to get them up here. Because I don't think there's any village we're jumping that are up here. Oh, yeah, there might be. And we're jumping. I literally pressed the button twice before anything happened. Is there anything up here? Just need one villager. I think I've already looked in here. Move. How about pressing? I don't think anybody lives here, and this is not a building where anyone would live in. Yeah, we're gonna kind of have to force it here. Nobody here. I'd like to know where people live. Yeah, the sun's going down. Wish there were a bell here, like there was at the other village. I do not want to trade with you, because then I'll lock in a trade, and I don't want to do that. Villager is dumb as a post. It's getting dark. You might want to not be there. Yeah, you're not too bright. I know there's villagers. Okay, that's not what we're looking for. Alright. Nope, nothing here. There was a safe way up, who knew? Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to move this way. Sure we're safe. Hitting. Jumping. Kissy boomy. Alright, how about we let me move? How about we let me move? Get out. Open, open. How I wish I could do something with you right now. Great. I'll just do that. Move. making this really difficult here. Brake. No. See, I'm playing deaf. I cannot hear the game. Come on. Come on. How about brake? This is going very smoothly. I don't know which way is best, really. Place. How about this one? The one I asked for. Oh, we didn't want to place. And a block. So this is going to be fun. That is not where we need you. Everything's got to go wrong. Come on. Nope, not pushing you that way. Right, you know what? Can something go the correct way? Great. Nothing can go right. It just can't. Got a gap in the track anyway. We need to fix that. Alright, can something go the correct way now? This went much smoother the first time. Place. Why are we not placing? Place. Go on. Why does everything have to be a challenge? Can it just work? No. Jeez. Finally. Alright, we're gonna need to... Alright, we need to grab everything that we lose. Or use. Break. Finally, we're getting this thing going. Nope. Alright, I just want to cooperate. That's all that needs to happen right now. And yes, the broken... No, we're not ducking right now. I mean, that's okay. That means we got him. We got him on the move. So now we can do this. We're going to remove that for now. And that needs to be out of the way. That needs to be out of the way. Block. What I'm going to do is place the bed over here. Try to get this guy to the village, which seems to be a massive project. Over here somewhere. There he is. so far. Break. For a minute I saw a piece of rail that I left behind, which we don't want to do. Trying to move a villager. With limited track, so we... Alright, so... Yep. This. This. You will have a much nicer village where you're moving to. It is going to be so much better. Might be okay right now. And we end it with a block. Alright, time for you to go. Now we're only moving him a little bit at a time because progress could stall significantly if he were to outrun me. I don't say much because I'm concentrating on this. Sun's still got a ways to go. Yeah, this village is a bit further out than the other one. But it might be an easier to get it to where we need it to go. Another one of these, good. All right. Next part of the adventure. Again, Not correct. How about we... That's not where I placed. Okay. I did not trade with this villager. Again, it was a baby. So this should turn into what we want it to be. And of course, we end with a block. Trying to make sure we got everything. Took it a little too far there. I want to be sure we get it all back. Alright, we've barely left the village. But now we make our inroads towards the brute forcing of our village. And this should be all we need. Because then we feed the two, give them, make a third bed. Alright. Back to this. Going to drop down, so we don't need to put a powered rail there. See a crevasse there. Yep, that's not good. Alright, we got the bed. Track we can place down. lost his job. The other one kept until a new one was given. Sure we got them all. Got everything there. This guy. Got him past this ravine. Didn't fall down there. Good. And all we got left is this guy. We're pressing. Alright, we'll give him... Okay, that's not what we need. Get him around this tree, guys. We won't have to deal with it. Not exactly what we're looking for, but it's progress. And we can brake. Just make sure we are good. Alright. Alrighty, next step. I don't know if I'm making life easier or harder. I don't know which way's going to be easier. Nope, not where I want that. How about this block? Yep, swim. Swim. Up. Crap, this game really doesn't like working. And block. So the old school version of bridge building still does work. Alright, there's a couple of unintended bobbles in the track. Already time to go to bed. Alright, so let's grab the bed. Alright. We don't need this. I've tried them out in 50th Birthday World, found them to be kind of useless. Not anymore, but the good news is you found the bed. We're consolidating, now we're moving. Imagine that. Now we need shovel. Putting it in an odd spot. Alright, we're going to leave that there and we're going to jump. Jump up again. Now we're going to lay some track. Hell. Well, that was worthless. Of course, everything always goes wrong when I do it. But maybe we should just go with the other village. This is too complicated. And we're going to move. We're going to move. I'm swimming now. That does not make me... I am not happy right now. Everything has to always go wrong. Why can't things just work? Works for everybody else, but not me. So we just need one more villager. One. We needed to survive. Can we just let that very easy thing happen? Jumping. They should not have gone off the edge. That villager should never have gone off the edge. Not at all. Nope, we're not whacking swords. Now I'd like something to go the correct way this time. Not very difficult. Try this again. We did it easily before. Maybe this is the village we need to use. Actually, this might be a bit of a... Okay, we have a gap here, so that might... This one there. it. Brake. He's on his way. There we go. Let's try this again. I don't know if that was going to work to begin with, but we're trying anyway. If it goes off the rails over here, that's not the worst thing, but we don't want that to happen. Yeah, you can practically go the whole... Get out of the way. Yeah, not feeling bad. Out of the way. Had to make a change in direction before. And block. Nope, not what I said. Block. Off the rail we go. Yep, down. Now we've done this before, we should be able to do it again. Alright. Get everything? Alright. This actually might be slightly difficult. go with the sun again. Nope, I did not ask for that. Under the block. It seems like we've went so far away, but the village is just right there. And go. How about this one instead? Yeah, that would be me being dumb. There's the piece that just went somewhere random, and we didn't get over the hump. Missing piece of track. No! Can we just cooperate once? All that work, I'm still not a happy camper right now. All that work, gone. So I'll just put this here just so we keep the momentum going. And we do have to cross the river. And of course, angle the block. Alright, I think I see where we crossed over before. That's our target. We are slowly making progress. Before you know it, we'll see what will be known as Butcher Boulevard. That's that section of that's the section of road that is two adjacent paths next to each other. Probably if we're going to stop in the middle of the water, we should barricade them on both sides. We didn't have that issue before, but thank you. At least on land, we can push the guy back on. Yeah, this is the way we went before. Went by the bees. Although we're definitely not exactly in the same path. I don't have my shears with me. Actually, we're going to go down a little bit. Okay, yeah, we're good. Yeah, we'll just put it here and a block there. Actually lost sight of the track here. No, no. a moment, we gotta set the bed down. Alright, do we have it all? No, we don't. Bed. Too far away. Come on. I've had him further away than that. It accepted. Alright, so block. And we'll take another block. That is not what I want. And we're trying to aim for roughly the same area we did before, where we didn't have any real issues, except there. We're swimming. We're swimming. We're swimming. We're swimming. Why are we not doing that? Not too hard. Easy thing you could do. Alright, this is not exactly the same way we went. This has to go. Got plenty of time to get it done. Alright, now we are in a relatively safe section. We're just gonna cut it short there. Go. And you should have gone. We didn't power the rail, that was the problem. Alright, we need all the rails. Across the bridge, very important. Did we get the bed? Yes, we did. Now it's shovel time. Actually, what I want to do is use a new shovel, then we'll just combine them later. Nope. Swim. Swim. Alright, we will not need... I don't see any floating tracks, so we are okay there. Nope. 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 Huh. Might mean wrong answer. Call it silly, but... That's okay. I'm going to push you back slightly anyhow. Nope, not what I wanted. Incorrect. We are getting closer to where we want you to. Where we want you to be, though. In fact, I think the finish line is starting to come with... Oh, we're down to the last one. Nope, I want this. And we're going to put a block here. And then we'll put a block behind them. Nope, not correct. And again, how else would it go? Speaking of... good. Did you get everything? It's starting to get dark again. Break. Alright, bed. Bed. What the hell? Well, once again, our efforts were ruined. Looks like that's not going to happen today. That would be asking for a bit much. There just isn't time to do it now. Where were we in this anyway? Where are we? We're jumping. Where are we? Jumping. We needed to be, let's... If only the game could cooperate. Imagine that. I'd like the game to be cooperative. It all worked before, but now it won't. Ever again. Can we just freaking cooperate? That's all that has to happen. And it just won't. No, why are we whacking at things? I was not pressing any buttons. I don't have the tools. I don't have anything that works. Just want this to work. I guess I'm gonna have to do it that way. I got lucky. I didn't want to do it the I want to do it a bit at a time. And apparently only bad things happen. Well, there is another way we can get it to work. But in order for that to happen, we need to finish the subway tunnel. So we're going to put this away. We are going to try again next time. There isn't enough time to attempt it again. Would have been nice if something went the way it should have, but we were asking for an awful lot. So we're just gonna... Oh, wait a minute. Let's go over here and put our kit away. Which, if we use the subway tunnel, it's going to be stupid easy to do. Junk this. What we also need to do is okay, how about this? Actually, while we're at it, pressing buttons and ignoring. This can go here, that can go there. These two can be combined to be slightly better. Alright, so yeah, that was a failed attempt. If it can go wrong, I don't know why it didn't go wrong the first time. But in my world, if it goes wrong, it pretty much always can and always will. Without any doubts. Alright, so they've eaten all the stuff. Actually, what I want to do is I want to get all the flowers, all the diables over here. I don't know if those can be, but checking all the chests. Alright, nothing there. Pressing X. So much for trying to do that, but we are getting very close. Alright, yep, 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 yep. We are getting very close to finishing that subway to the good village anyway. We can just, as I said, bring them through there. Although, it'd be tough to get them in the buildings though. Then again, actually, I can force them out one way, I can force them in the other way. Alright, so, here we go. We're going to go into the sheep thing. This is why we grabbed all the flowers. Nope, we're not ducking right now. over here. In here. Get them all back here. Alright, so yeah, maybe right here. Yeah. We're just taking all these and making them dive. Easy? Yes, they can. I know we got more than 2 of those. They're somewhere. And that escaped. Out of there anyway. Okay, all you come here again. We need to be safe because we're going to have to power this on to make grass happen again. Yeah, button. I'm going after the creepers because that's making the subway station will be a lot easier. The tunnels themselves, okay, won't take much. Yet I'm far away from that bed and it'll work. But we need a lot more sand because that's 7 explodies that we can make with that. Let's do a little more village prep since that's what we can do. I don't know why I still have a weed in my hand, but yep, we're pressing. Okay, put it in the right slot, that might help. And we're not ducking right now. out of the way. Actually, where did I put fences? Because we're gonna wrap it up by getting the other side ready for villagers. That would be it. That is also not it. I have placed fences somewhere. Oh, we got some here. We'll just steal from there. Oh, hold on. 18 of those. Good. Nope, we want all. And of course our little footings for the foundation footings for the retaining walls. This crap got messed up. Press. One, two, three, four, five, six, I think. Find out. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That I know is even. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 7. How about break? Yeah, that's even. I might have to go to those villages and nurse them into existence, because I am definitely not going to. Alright, let's. Yes. Yeah, for some reason I just decided let's just bash it with our hands, even though we could easily just grab these and do the job. Break. Alright, so alright, that doesn't seem right, so let's get up. And I'm not 100% sure where what level that'll be at. So this is actually nothing. We're jumping. No, we're not placing. Brake. Alrighty, so yeah, this is not... Okay, yeah, this is actually in the right spot. Yep, place. So I'm not 100% sure how much lower we're going to take. This one, let's just... maybe this far. Nope, we're not placing. Brake. We're jumping now. So yeah, we're gonna knock this down to this height. Brake. Actually, let's just... Do we have any fence left? Here. Place, place. It's not even the correct position, of course. What other way would it work? This is not in the correct position. That is. Just ruined everything that I worked for today. actually have all this XP while I'm thinking of it. The leggings and the pants need work. They also need diamonds to buff them back up. Alright, so signs, books, and lapi. Respiration 2, we could use it on pressing. Could use that on the current thing. Sharpness 3. Can that be put on? Yes, it can. And we're down. Actually, no. Oh, over here. And so, I'm going to want to at least have the new subway station is close to where it needs to be. Then we can get a villager over. Just gonna take a sneak peek around, see if anything that goes hiss and boom exists, so we can more of that? Nope. Not here. We might as well be ready for the next, if we can ever get them. We don't have much time left on the clock, so we might as well just finish this little bit of property up. It needs to be down here. We got tons more dirt. We're just gonna get down to this point. All right, so break. And this will just hand bash because it's just small enough. this piece almost part way there. Replacing. Trying to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How come it looks wrong? But I counted it and it matches up with the other. It's not going to work like anything else. We're jumping. Thunderstorm's bad. Yeah, close the door. Perhaps I want to close the door. Yeah, we're pretty much done. Okay, how about... It's funny because there was a thunderstorm out there. Alright, let's just go this way. Move the player. So, alright. And we need so that shouldn't be in our inventory. This needs to be put away. Oh. And we're going to do the same thing again. But this time, it'll be in the subway tunnel being that it's nearly completed. Yep, pressing buttons. What the hell? Can anything go right? It's like the answer is always no. Right now I'm just getting ready for the off moments where the subway tunnel will be built and we can probably once again try the village thing, but with almost no risk. And I got the signs on me, which I don't want. So yeah, I think this is actually pretty much where we're going to end things. And it was all a disaster. We're not whacking at things. Yeah, the dryer's almost done. Yeah, that was smart. And fence there. The wheat we don't need in the hand. We made some material for the roof. Need it out of the hand. Alrighty, so yeah, and it's about time to call it a day. Both in terms of this video, because the dryer's about done, and Minecraft wise. So this is Mobile Adventures Georgia 551 saying hope you enjoyed at my expense and have a good one.